Well, new details on breaking news concerning the murder of 2 children.
The Elkhart County coroner says that those children died by asphyxiation. This case started in Fort Wayne early Monday morning and it ended about 12 hours later outside the Elkhart Police Department. Amber Pastor was arrested there after telling an officer her children were in a car, and she is now in the Elkhart County Jail.
We have team coverage of this investigation. WSBT-22's Caitlin Connon has been covering it from Elkhart, and Danielle Kennedy is in Fort Wayne where everything started. She's live with the latest from police and prosecutors.
Jennifer and Rick, the Elkhart County and Allen County Prosecutor's Office just wrapped up a press conference about an hour ago. The big question everyone wanted to know was why. The prosecutors say they're trying to answer those questions through 2 separate investigations. Now, the Elkhart County Prosecutor's Office will focus on the investigation into the death of Pastor's children, 7-year-old Liliana Hernandez and 6-year-old Renee Pastor. The Allen County Prosecutor's Office will focus their investigation into the death of 65-year-old Frank McComber. McComber's body was found this morning about a half a mile from the home where the children were taken. The Allen County coroner has ruled his death a homicide, saying he died of a gunshot wound. Prosecutors say Pastor drove McComber's car to Elkhart, where the children were found dead. They say this investigation has been taxing for everyone involved.
Some of the worst things that I've ever seen in my life that I can still close my eyes and see is the death of any child. It's horrible. And I think it takes a toll on the community, and it takes a toll on our offices as well.
It's our job to make sure that we get it right, because it's all about accountability. We can't always prevent bad things from happening, but if we do our jobs and keep our heads, we can certainly hold those who are accountable for such bad behavior to be fully responsible for what they've done.
Pastor also had a 3rd child. The child's grandparents, who are their legal guardians, told me that that child is okay. Family and friends say they're trying to keep each other close at this very difficult time. Live in South Bend, I'm Danielle Kennedy, live in Fort Wayne, I'm Danielle Kennedy, WSBT 22 News.
Danielle, thank you. One of the big questions that still remains tonight, why did Amber Pastor drive from Fort Wayne to Elkhart and to the police station there? WSBT 22's Caitlin Connon is live at the Elkhart Police Department for this portion of the story. And Caitlin, police really aren't saying much about that right now.
The investigation is still ongoing, but Elkhart Police Department says there's no evidence linking Pastor to the area. They're still searching the car that she was driving in, hoping to create a timeline of how she got here, but officers say it's possible she was just passing through. Pastor flagged down an officer while sitting in her car outside the station. The officer noticed that her car matched the description of the vehicle listed in the Amber Alert from earlier in the day. When he looked in the back seat, he found Pastor's dead children. Officers are still trying to figure out why Pastor may have wanted to hurt her children and why she brought them to Elkhart.
And as we process the car, maybe there's some evidence or something in there that links her to Elkhart, and can maybe help provide that timeline as to when she got here, how long she was here, and then how she ended up on Marion Street.
Pastor is facing 2 homicide charges. She'll be charged formally by the prosecutor's office later this week. Because the bodies of her 2 children were found here in Elkhart, Elkhart County will be handling the case. Live in Elkhart, Caitlin Connon, WSBT 22 News.
All right, here is a timeline for this case. Monday morning about 6, the children were reported missing from a home in Fort Wayne. Just before 1 yesterday afternoon, Indiana State Police issued an Amber Alert for Liliana Hernandez and Renee Pastor. Around 5:30, Elkhart police say Amanda Pastor approached an officer saying there were her 2 kids dead in her car. Now this morning, police say Frank McComber's body was found about half a mile from where the children were taken. Stay with WSBT 22 News on air and online for the very latest on this investigation. Tonight at 10 and 11, we'll have much more on the investigation and an explanation that you may have gotten on an Amber Alert notification today and not yet.